Hello, everyone. It's me, Nanette, and I wanted to share something with you. I completely forgot about doing this video. I meant to do it. Um, I'm going to be going for what a lot of people dread, but I've gotten to the point where it's like, you know what? It keeps you healthy. And that is, I'm going for a colonoscopy tomorrow. Apparently, tests showed that I show positive for something that nobody ever wants to experience. So I'm going in for a colonoscopy tomorrow to find out if I have that substance in me that everybody, including myself, dreads. So I thought I'd make this video because colonoscopies, getting the colonoscopy, in my opinion, is not the hardest part. The hardest part is the prep. Right now, I'm on the day before, which means I get to just drink lots and lots and lots of liquid, trying to flush my system. But there's something else. I know a lot of people, they get like this one glass of something they drink, and then they drink a lot of water after that and flushes their system. In my case, I get, and I prefer it, the old jug. And here's why. It's not hard. It's a lot of people hate it. They're, oh my god, I couldn't even get through half the thing, etc., etc. It's not hard, and I'm going to tell you the secret. And the secret is some kind of power drink. That's right. In this case, I'm using Powerade. Gatorade works as well, just as well. Make sure that you have it with you when you're doing this big old hunkin' jug, because the key, the trick, the survival is getting past that aftertaste. That's right. A lot of people dread it and they don't really realize it, but it is the aftertaste that gets you. You'll grab that jug. They say, "Oh, put it in the fridge and here's a flavor packet to make it that much better." No, it's not much better. Throw it in the fridge, all that you can, but I don't think it's that much better. What I found is you get you're supposed to drink, I think, like an 8-ounce glass every 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that. So every time I take a swig of this stuff before I learned what I'm going to share with you, I'd almost gag. I mean, it was so hard to get that stuff down, and yeah, you have to flush your system, because if you don't flush it enough, when the doctor starts the process, if your system's not clean enough, they're going to tell you, I can't do it. You have to clean yourself better, because you don't want anything in your system that's going to obstruct their ability to see what's going on in there. And with today's technology and the advancements they have, when they send the camera in, it's not just the doctor that's looking. They have artificial intelligence looking for stuff that Dr. Mitt would miss. And I'm sorry, but if you can't see what's going on, oh no, I can't see anything. Hey, there was an obstruction in there blocking that one area. Couldn't look. Got to go clean yourself out properly. So what you do is you get your gallon. You start doing the process that they tell you to do. Drink a half of it the day before, and drink a half, right before the procedure. But this is the key right here to not want to be sick. Not this particular brand, not this. Just make sure you don't get the red, orange, purple. You want to make sure you stick with the colors they tell you in the directions. But you're not drinking this, so even though this is the key, you're not drinking this. What you're going to be doing is, when it's time for you to start swigging that stuff to flush your system out, you're going to take your swigs. You're going to be like, oh, that's so horrible. Oh, my God. And then you take this. As the very moment you're done swallowing that stuff, you'll take this baby, put some in your mouth, swoosh it around, and spit it out. Don't swallow it. You do not want to be swallowing this with that. This kills the flavor that this stuff's going to throw into you. It gets rid of that flavoring, so you're not going to gag. You're not going to feel sick. You'll be able to go through 10 of these gallon bottles if you wanted to, if you did this right, because you'll take your drink, you'll guzzle it, and as you're swallowing that, put mouth and gargle it if you want to, anything, spit it out. This will make that gallon not only tolerable, but it'll make it easy. From there, you know, everything's super easy from there, because you're going to the doctor, they're gonna lay you down, they're gonna get you comfortable. Very possibly you're just gonna go to sleep. You know, you'll be like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, gone. Next thing you know, you're waking up and they're, you know, giving whoever's driving you instructions about you because you're gonna be too groggy to remember. So if you're going in for a colonoscopy, you want Powerade, Gatorade, one of those kinds of drinks, because all those electrolytes, the salts, all that stuff in there neutralizes that horrible flavor that's going to make you want to gag when you're going through the gallon. So you're doing the gallon, it's like, all right, my 10 minutes are up, I got to take another swig. Drink my 8 ounces, and then just spit it out, and you won't even, you will have no problem getting through that gallon comfortably. So I get to go in for my colonoscopy tomorrow, and I get to enjoy drinking about half of this thing tonight, the other half tomorrow. But you know, I got my Powerade, and I'm ready, and I'm hoping you'll be ready too. Now, on a side note, for those of you who might be wondering, this back here, yep, that's the right hand, correct hand. That's something I made for Nancy a long time ago. It was a Christmas present I made for her. And that's, you know, the advent calendar that we have. Oh, well, I'll show that to you on a different video. I'll give you details, because, you know, it's kind of cool. And then this on my nose, I just made last night, because these are new glasses, and you know those little things that sit on your nose. For these ones, man, they hurt like there's no tomorrow. So I just took some cardboard and just made something rinky-dinky for right now, until I go get some kind of silicone or something that I can, you know, connect to it. It's just, I'm home today because I have to drink lots of normal liquid. I'm supposed to drink a lot, and it's just running to the restroom like crazy. And then tonight I'm doing this giant jug. Yay! And so between today and tomorrow, I'm not going out. So this is just a makeshift temporary thing so that my nose doesn't hurt like there's no tomorrow. Because it messes up. These things mess up a person's sinuses. I mean, it's just, glasses are great if they fit right. And people are like, oh, you just have to adjust it right. 99% of the time, that is true. 99% of the time, if you have a qualified, experienced, knowledgeable optician, like Nancy, my partner, then it's perfect. They'll make it fit nicely. But there is the few times where those little nubs, doesn't matter how much they're adjusted, they are messing up your sinuses, because you might be one of those people like me, where your sinuses, your nose is very sensitive. And once you started glasses, you found out how sensitive your nose can be. So that's what this is about. The reason for the beanie and the hat is because I'm up here, Sprite and Thulu are in the kitchen right now, and they love climbing all over my face and head. So I use this to kind of guard it, because otherwise they'll be sitting right here on my glasses while I'm talking to you guys. All right, I love you guys, and if you're getting a colonoscopy, you really want to make sure you get some Powerade or Gatorade or something to wash your mouth out as you're doing that jug. All right, love you guys. You have fun. Watch all my videos. All that, you know, the whole spiel. Hey, do stuff so I get lots of viewers. All right, take care. Bye.